Lipscomb takes the rubber match against the A-Sun newcomer Bellarmine Knights to win the series with a 14-5 performance today. We're joined by the man of the hour, freshman Tiger Borom, who hit not only his first career home run, but his first career grand slam. Tiger, how does that feel?
I mean, I can't lie, I was in shock, but before that at bat, I talked to Coach Forehand, and we were doing a little scheme, and, we were taking it until we get a strike, but he asked me if I was feeling good, and of course I said yes. I just wanted to put a hard swing on the ball, and luckily it went over.
And you got moved into the leadoff position today. Did you take some extra motivation from that new position?
Of course. Having an older guy just continued to encourage me, He was like, you're doing this for the team and not yourself, and I just wanted to do my job.
And today you had the opportunity to work from ahead, whereas the previous two games in the series you guys were working from behind most of the matchup. Did that give you guys some extra help going down the stretch?
Yeah, it gave us some motivation for real. Our pitcher Logan came in strong, We had a better approach at the plate, and I think that helped a lot.
Well, best of luck this week as you go on your road series against Belmont and then on to Liberty.
Thank you.
The final stat line from today's game, Lipscomb wins it 14-5. Lipscomb had those 14 runs off of 14 hits and 0 errors, whereas the Bellarmine Knights had their 5 runs off of 5 hits and 4 errors. We are joined now by the head coach of the Lipscomb Bisons, Coach Forehand. Coach Forehand, thank you for being with us.
Hey, thank you.
Congrats on this series win. You mentioned how important it would be for your leadoff batters to get on base today. How critical did that prove to be today?
It's critical to how our offense is played. And, we talked about it, this morning, a little bit about what we wanted to try to do to be able to do it, and then Tiger leads the game off and gets hit in the arm, which is exactly what we had to do. And then, when our offense can start when somebody gets on base, and we work on those things, all the time. So I was excited to see that happen. I was excited to see them, just have better, up and down the lineup, better quality at bats.
And your team worked from ahead for most of the time, but had to respond to a grand slam in the 6th inning. How would you credit their ability to respond to that?
It's great because, that's hard to get through. You control the game, and Logan is just cruising out there, gives up a simple hit, loses the strike zone a little bit with a couple walks, and then Ike couldn't find it, and then fortunately Dylan came in and shut the door, and then we get back on base and Tiger hits a big home run, which, put us right back in there. So that was huge to see him step up from that inning.
And you already mentioned Logan Van Treek. Other than that one error there in the 6th, he had a very dominating performance against the Bellarmine Knights and kept a lot of very hot hitters quiet. What does he bring to this program day in and day out?
He's really worked really hard, and he's just come in and, actually just pitching every Sunday for us and giving us a quality start. And, like I said, he just hit a little bit of a snag today, but again, a quality start. When he left the game, we still had an opportunity. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get out of that, was that the 6th? Yeah, we couldn't get out of the 6th, but, our response to it was big, and, I'm sure he'll bounce back next week and be great again.
And spring break is coming for Lipscomb students, which means a road trip for y'all. You have Liberty, Pitt, and Belmont coming up. What do each of those opponents challenge your team on?
A lot. It's going to be tough. Every team in college baseball is good. We're going to go over to Belmont on this Tuesday and play a doubleheader since we missed out on a game earlier when we were shut down. Then we got to travel to Liberty for 3, and then we're going to go over to Pittsburgh and play, and then come back for a non-conference weekend. So we'll figure out where we are, after this weekend of conference, and then next weekend of conference, we'll figure out where we are. And I really like how we ended up this week with this series, and hopefully we can carry it into a busy week next week.
Well, best of luck, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Lipscomb wins the rubber match 14-5 against the Bellarmine Knights. They'll be on the road for the next 7 games, but continue to check lipscombsports.com for everything related to the Bison Athletics.